So we got to jump to 9.
No, 8.
So yeah, who's your 8?
Because
I had DK.
You had DK. I've got Allen Robinson at 8.
Okay, he's my 9.
Here's why I love Allen Robinson. Is one, he continues to make it work. He had over 150 targets in what I would call a terrible offense. Even though they did have David Montgomery finish 4th, Allen Robinson still, was top 12. He's been top 12 in back-to-back seasons. We do have to note that his average depth per target has gone down each year since 2015. But
that's fine when you're seeing the 3rd most targets in the league, 151, the 6th most receptions in the league, 102, the 9th in yards, 1,250. The problem, though, is 30th in touchdowns last year, 6th. We already know he is a target hog, 25.4% target share. This is the problem, though. 19 red zone targets last year, 9th most in the league. He only converted that into 4 touchdowns. That's about half the average of the other players who were seeing those targets.
Yeah, but even with all that, I don't even blame him. I'm just blaming the fact that he's had terrible quarterback play since he's been in the league.
Yeah, and honestly, you take weeks 3 through 16 last year, wide receiver 5.
Yeah, and what's really funny, so I don't know if you watched the footballers the other day, but I'm shout out to the fantasy footballers, but they said something that just was really funny to me because I never thought about it, but if you really think about it, it kind of makes some sense. But they were saying that this is going to be the best quarterback that he's played with in his career, and it's Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here just like, actually, you can technically make that argument, and that's really sad because Andy Dalton's not good. So, I just thought that was the funniest thing I've ever heard. But you have to say it. He's had terrible quarterback play. I do think Andy Dalton's going to be very serviceable, and he's still finishing top 12 with awful quarterbacks. So just imagine what he's going to do with Dalton. And even if Justin Fields comes in, I think it's just going to make it even better.
It's going to be the exact same. Fields is where you can see the uptick.
It's going to get better. So yeah. I think he'll be fine with Dalton. If Fields comes in, it's going to get better. So I don't mind having Allen Robinson this year. I don't think he's going to finish top 3.
No, I don't think that's in his range of outcomes either.
Maybe
even if Fields is who he is, I find it hard to see this offense scoring enough. But yeah,
but he will be a number 1 this year,
like always.
Yep, like always. Not always, but like he can do
pretty much. Yeah,
almost every year.
He plays a full season.
Yeah. All right, so we had 9.
He was my 9. Who's your 9?
Oh, geez. I got Mike Evans.
He did not make my list.
No way.
Yeah.
You're ridiculous.
He's probably the next guy up, but yes, he did not make my list.
Well, there's a guy I think you're going to say later that did not make my list, so it's fine.
I'm cool with it.
I can't get over the connection that he has with Tom Brady in the red zone. And yes, he's not going to be the target guy. Godwin's going to be the target guy in this offense, but
by far, the least amount of targets he ever saw in a season last year, 109. But he turned that into 70 receptions, which is about the mid-range. His yards per catch were good. Career high, though, in touchdowns, 13.
Yeah. And I'm just going to say thank you to the 19 red zone targets.
And he barely... Mike Evans might go down as having one of those, like Albert Pujols' 30, 100 seasons. Or 30 home runs, 30 stolen bases, 100 RBIs or whatever, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
He's had 1,000-yard receiving every single year of his career. He made that mark by 6 yards last year. He had 1,006 yards. So
yeah, so
keep it going.
To me, when you look at I'm almost talking about Allen Robinson. When you look at Mike Evans, he's almost like a guaranteed number 1. I mean, he's going to give you 1,000 yards, and he's going to give you almost 8 touchdowns each year or more. So I think twice in his career he's had under 8, and that's not normal. And keep in mind he had Jameis Winston for a little bit of that time too. So actually for a lot of that time.
Yeah,
I think his connection. Yeah, all but the last year, I guess. But I just think he's going to continue to play well. I think he finished 10 last season. So I'm barely ranking him a little bit up.
Yeah, he finished wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2 on the week 50% of the time. Consistent. Like we mentioned, the red zone was incredible last year. 14 targets inside the 10.
Mm-hmm.
Caught that for 9 passes for 9 touchdowns.
Yep. So I don't know what else you really want to look for. He's going to be the go-to guy.
I mean, there are a couple arguments. Godwin was in and out of the lineup, maybe more Antonio Brown in the offense consistently instead of just the last 8 games. OJ Howard coming back. There are some things, but yeah, he will be a very good wide receiver. Yep. I like his draft price this year. Last year I hated it.
Yeah.
This year I like him and Godwin. Honestly,
yeah,
they'll probably be back to back whenever I do my rankings. They're going to be incredibly close together. I do give my Evans the bump just because the touchdowns I think are going to stick to him more and be something more you can rely upon. But yeah, I honestly I don't hate it where you have Mike Evans, but
yeah,
it was a little surprising.
I do have Chris Godwin, just to throw it out there. I don't know how far you've gone in your rankings, but I've got Chris Godwin right now at 15.
Wow. That's a big gap, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there for everybody.
Okay.
But yeah, just in case you were wondering, Mike Evans' ADP right now is 403.
Love it.
Yeah, so it's not bad draft wise.
Thank you for watching the Fantasy Monsters on YouTube. If you liked today's episode, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel below. We also have a merch store we want you to check out with all new gear that we've got available. That'll be in the description. Also, if you want to see any past videos, you can check that out as well. Thank you so much for watching the Fantasy Monsters. We'll catch you next time.
Have a good one.